Everyone knows what is going on. And to tell you that it's not a new thing, I've seen a video here on YouTube. I'll put the link below about gold mining about 5 years ago. And 3 years ago, I also saw another video. Ajari Zira was there making video, and even they were saying that they were going to make a gold refinery and capture the process into the Federation account. But that has not happened, and the gold has always been mined for private and individuals, and you have wealthy millionaires all across the north. How is it possible that this kind of thing is going on and nobody says anything? Talking about marginalization, this is supposed to be the #1 topic, because this is huge. We are talking about gold and the quantity that is found in South Africa, gold and other precious stones found in northern Nigeria in the same quantity, in the same mass. If the country can capture the proceeds of this gold into the Federation account, there will be no need for them to borrow money from IMF or from China. The country will have all the money and all the resources in it. Hi everyone, good day to you all, and welcome back to my Blessed YouTube channel. This is a new channel, and I'm always imploring my new viewers to subscribe to this channel. Please do not leave without subscribing, and I'm also always thankful to all those who already subscribed, because you are giving me the motivation to continue. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. So this video is a little bit late in coming because of time constraints. I couldn't do it during the week, so it's public holiday, so I'm able to do it today. So I want to go forward and talk about the gold mining that is going on in the north of Nigeria, in the Northwest precisely, that is causing all this conflict that we have been hearing in the past few days. We know that this is always the issue when there is resources, abundant resources. You know, I made a video some time ago. I put a link about Zamfara and Biafra being on the ancient map. Like, these are ancient kingdoms and they have been there. So, and I was asking that what does that Fara mean? What does it mean that this Zamfara up and Biafra down, they were just adjacent to each other on this ancient map? What does it mean? Now I begin to it begins to make sense to me that it's abundance of resources. So in the Biafra, you have a lot of massive oil and gas deposited and all other precious mineral and other resources, and the same thing you have in Zamfara. So you can see that it's always the resources that is the attraction that brings in foreigners, that makes it a target of conquest and instability and violence. You know, it's the resource cost. So whenever you see anywhere there is a lot of conflict, look again. It's not about any other thing other than resources. It's always about resources. Who is going to take care of the resources? Who is taking advantage of the resources? Who benefits from the resources? Who lives and where the resources? They are trying to exterminate all the indigenes also, so that the place will just be, you know, a free, just like you heard in the video of the leader of the Islamic movement saying that they want to use military base, you know, so they just build a military base in the gold reservoir and be mining the gold. So this is the same thing that has happened in the south. But what I don't understand is why the sudden outrage, the sudden look like it's something new, like it's a new information. It's not. And this is why I'm also surprised, and I don't trust all these people who say that they are, you know, doing investigative journalism and exposing corruption. This is the kind of corruption that is staring us on the face the whole time, and it has always been there. And we are talking about massive gold deposit, like diamond deposit, like you find in South Africa. That is the fortune that they have in that country. That is the reason for all the apartheid, all the freedom fighting, all the conflict that has gone there, is because of this kind of gold. And we have it in Nigeria, and individuals are mining it and putting it in their pocket. Military men are also in the business, and they have even made licenses for themselves, and they are mining it as Miners Association of Nigeria, pocketing proceeds of gold, whereas people in the Niger Delta cannot even have private refinery. They are hounding them, ransacking them, destroying villages, and saying they found illegal refineries. Okay, why don't they just give them licenses and they will become legal? They will not be illegal anymore. But they are not interested in doing that. They like to play against themselves, and thinking that they are cheating. But they are cheating themselves, they are cheating the whole country, and they don't want anybody to benefit from the proceeds of this gold that is found in their soil. But the oil and gas and the minerals in the southeast and the Niger Delta belongs to the whole of the country. And even the people in this region, they don't have anything from it other than environmental degradation. Not in their water is polluted, they can't go to the farm, they can't fish, even the air is polluted. There is a lot of soot in the air. From nowhere you just see dark soot on your hand, on your clothes, everywhere. People are breathing in soot that is dark into their lungs, and people are dying of cancer, of malfunctioning of body organs. Children are being born deformed. This is all the locals get. No money. All the companies, multinational companies, are not cited even there, so they can't even think of working there. So this video is more about a call for equity, in the spirit of equity and oneness. In the spirit of equity, what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. So if they are taking the mineral resources and the oil and gas from the south and the taxes revenue from the south and putting it into the federation account and redistributing it to the north, whereas the north doesn't contribute anything, all their proceeds goes only to individuals and to themselves. No, it cannot be. I think that when they are talking about marginalization, this should be in the forefront. And going forward, please, I don't want anybody to be talking about political position. They put Igbo there, they did not put Igbo there. No, this is not even the cruise of the matter. We have to look to where the money is, and this is it. Gold, diamond, uranium, tantalite. These are things that they have been mining into their individual and private pockets. And if it can be captured into the federation account, there will be money, massive money. So what I don't understand is why Southern representatives are not saying anything. Why are they not making it a topic? Why is it not in the front lip of them that are sitting there in the Senate? Why are they not talking about it when they talk about revenue, when they talk about anything they want to talk about? Because I feel this is it. This is the cruise of the matter. Why is the media silent? People like Sahara reporters, that they are priding themselves as the real investigative journalists. What happened? We all know that Southerners, Southern representatives, Southern elite, Southern politicians, they are only after their pocket. So whenever they have settled or they have their own, for their own private, but they are always cool with it. It's only when they fall out that they start rallying their ethnic base and saying, oh, my ethnicity. But we all know that in reality they care only for their pocket. So are they part of the beneficiaries of this mining of this gold and diamond and all whatnot? Because I don't understand why you will have governors of south, governors of southeast, you can have House of Rep members, you can have senators, and they don't even make it a topic of discussion. It doesn't even come out in the limelight to say, oh, where is the proceeds of the minerals you are mining? We have a Ministry of Mining. So what does the Ministry of Mining do? Why is it not responsible to collect the proceeds of all the mining that is going on in the north? Why is the mines only for the northerners and for their private purpose? They don't even redistribute it among themselves. This is how mean black elites can be. So that in the spirit of equity, we can say it's all good and well if the North wants to keep a process, so that the South can keep theirs also, so that Lagos cannot even keep its own revenue, because there's no point for them to collect all the tax revenues and everything and put it in the federation account. Let everybody keep their own, and let's even start with a confederation if we're not going to disintegrate outrightly. So in the spirit of equity, let us clamor for this. Let everybody stand up and not let this thing to die down, because even now that I'm late in putting up this video, you can see that the news is not even current anymore. It's not trending. Like, how can such a news even not trend? We are talking about billions. Billions is the sense that if Nigeria can capture this process, there will be never any need to borrow any dime from anywhere. So this is it. This is what we are saying. So nobody can say that the North doesn't have the resources it needs to sustain itself, if should we separate. So now the die is cast. We cannot continue like this. This is the fraud that we are talking about. That people are mining precious mineral for their private pocket, and it is known, and it's been going on for decades. Even the British was about to do a gold refinery before the war broke out, the World War II, and they left it and went. And by the time they came back, they now formed Nigeria and stuff like that, and everything just left abandoned, and it's been going on for decades. So we can see, for me, this is the boiling point. This is it. This is it. The North wants to keep its gold. Fine. Let the South keep their own oil and gas and all their mineral and their coal. Let the Southeast keep their own. Let the Niger Delta keep their own. Let the Southwest keep their own. Because there is even gold in Osun State. So let everybody keep their own resources and use it to run it, so that maybe the suffering will be less. Everywhere in Nigeria, we have massive deposit of natural resources. Like, God has blessed us sufficiently in everything that we need. It's just for us to tap in it rightly and redistribute the proceeds rightly, just like you see all over the world, and build infrastructures for our people and stop all this conflict. For me now, the question is to ask the governor, to ask the senator, do you know anything about it? Are you benefiting from it? To ask the media, do you know anything about this thing? Why is this not an issue for the media? The media that was hounding Diezani, the former Minister of Petroleum, for stealing petroleum funds that is supposed for the whole of the country. How come they are not interested in the proceeds that is coming from gold and where it's going to? We are talking about corruption, we are talking about cheating, we are talking about fraud. So why is all the stakeholders that are supposed to be the one that should ask the important question keeping quiet? Are they part of it? Do they get benefit from it? These are questions we should ask. And if not, why are they keeping quiet? Why is it possible for a president of the South who is in the center of all that is going on about oil drilling in the South, the environmental pollution, the privations that is going on? How can he get to the presidency and not be able to correct this kind of anomaly? Even at the height of their hounding him and calling him corrupt and stupid, he couldn't even use this point to say, look, there is resources here. They said they didn't have money. How come he couldn't do anything about capturing the mineral resources that is in the North, the proceeds that is coming from there into the Federation account? I don't understand. So for me, I feel that this is it. This is it. It's either the North is bringing the proceeds into the Federation account, or we bust. Yeah, this is it. So this is how I see it. And if you have anything to say about it, please leave it in the comment section. Please let us interact. I may put up my opinion, and people will learn more from your interaction. So if you have something to say, please do not deter to write it down. Write it. You never know, some people will be watching the video and be reading comments so that they can gain more insight. Let us interact. Let's talk about this, what is going on. I think this is the foundation that is wrong, that the South cannot keep its resources, but the North can keep its resources. I think this is what we are talking about when we say Nigeria is fraud. Everything about it is fraud. So we need to go back to the drawing board. Is it possible for us to continue like this, or we have to look ourselves on the face and tell ourselves the truth? And I want to encourage Southerners to come together and see that this thing that everybody is talking, that it is for real. It is for real. So we can overcome our differences, and come together to see if we can find a working solution, or if we are better off on our own as confederation, or as separate severed entities completely. This is the time to tell ourselves this truth, so that everyone can know where they stand. Yeah, so if you've enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Happy Easter. Bye-bye.